Hello, fine people of the world. How is everybody doing today? So we are here to do our daily workout. As always, Fia is presently, well, not as always, but Fia is presently napping, so one of us might rush out and the other will keep going. Today, you are going to need a little bit of equipment that most people have. You are going to want a phone or some sort of time recording device. Okay, we're going to do a WOD that is going to be, your goal is to do it as quickly as possible. Okay, so before we get into this, I just want to highlight that we've taken a lot of inspiration from CrossFit. I feel it's only fair to point that out. We're using a lot of the same kind of strategies as them. So today we are going to do a 30-20-10 cycle. So you do each exercise for 30 reps, then 20 reps, then 10 reps. And I think this is going to be a little bit more spicy than yesterday. Okay, particularly.
People were complaining about yesterday.
Yeah, so this one could be a little bit spicier, but your goal to get through it as fast as you possibly can, and we'll go from there. But as I say, you need a timer. Chelsea's got her phone over there because obviously we're probably going to go at different speeds. And then what I want you guys to do is I'll post the link for the tracker below.
To run out and the baby.
I'll post the link for the tracker below, and then once you've done the workout, add your name. If you want to add a note, you can add a note there as well, and post your time as well. So the exercise we're going to do today, we're going to give you kind of a couple of different variations. Let me go here. So first one, if you can, we're going to do Spider-Man push-ups. So you start in a push-up position, and as you go down, your knee's going to come forwards and then come back up. Okay, so side. So we're going to go here, knee down and forwards, alternating sides. It adds like another dimension to your press-up, increases like the core stability, and we're also working a little bit of hip flexibility as well. Don't need to touch your toe and knee on the ground here. They should still stay up, and try and bring it up as much as you can. If you can't do those, you don't feel comfortable doing those, just do regular press-ups. If regular press-ups and you want a bit of a variety as well, we can do robot press-ups where you're going down to your hand, so we're staying in this kind of active, strong position.
This is really good for jiu-jitsu.
This is pretty good for jiu-jitsu as well, yeah. Also good for your core, also good for kickboxing movement. It's a good exercise. And then obviously if you want to do any of the variations on your knees, you can feel free to do that. So that's our first exercise. We're going to do 30 press-ups. That's going to be followed by 30 cross strokes. So we're going to sit on our backs, here cross the legs, and now we can sit up and just cross, like imagine we're doing a cross stroke, it's fine. Or you can reach through and touch all the way to your big toes, because we'll get a little bit more of an extension on that as well. We want to keep the legs up the whole time. If you need to choose another exercise, that's absolutely fine. The final one that we're going to do, this is where it's going to get super spicy. We're going to do a combination of three things. We're going to do a break fall, a technical stand-up, and a sprawl. Break fall, technical stand-up, sprawl. That is one break fall, one technical stand-up, and one sprawl is one rep. Okay. So we do 30 of the press-ups, 30 of the sit-ups, 30 of the break fall, technical stand-up, sprawls as fast as humanly possible. And like I say, and then you do 20 of each, and then you do 10 of each, and then you pass out on the floor in a sweaty mess. So get your phone ready, get your water bottle ready. We're going to get going.
Because Tom likes to forget what rep he's on.
I'm not the best counter in the world, so often I do too many or too few.
It's often too few, let's be real.
Sometimes it's too few. But, you know, you got to do what you can do, okay? You know, I'm not perfect.
I have faith that our friends can count to 30. But
yeah, if we need a lesson in counting to 30, we've got a few issues, okay? But so we're going to get into it. Actually, before we get going, we're just going to do a very, very simple warm-up just to loosen up a little bit. So first thing I want you guys to do is just, we did this the other day, just going to roll side to side. Okay, very, very simply, moving the hips. Don't go too quickly or too fast.
Quickly, the same thing.
Sorry?
Quickly and fast are the same thing.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Don't go too, yeah. You know, they are the same thing. The other thing you can guarantee on these videos is a lot of abuse between Chelsea and I. Okay, it's just how we are. If you've ever trained with us, you'll know that. Okay, so again, side to side.
But here's the thing. Like, Tom and I spend a lot of time together as it is, but like, this is even worse.
Oh, thanks, Tom. I thought you liked me.
I do, but now we're cooped up in the house, and it's been raining.
Okay, next thing, you're going to go to all fours. Okay, and you're going to do some angry cats. So really arch through. And then you're going to do some cows. Okay, really try to extend your chin forwards, stretching out the front and the back of the core. Okay, most of you guys are going to probably spend more time sitting down than normal. So your back's going to start seizing up, hips are going to start seizing up. So we want to try and keep this mobilized as much as possible.
Stay off the couch, people.
Stay off the couch. If you're
Stay
gonna
on the
watch,
floor.
if you're gonna watch TV or whatever, go down onto the floor. You will just generally move more and stay more active. So just go through it. Okay, nice.
Do your garden. Everybody's garden needs some attention.
Next one, just go up into like a, what's this called?
Downward dog.
Downward dog. Oh, you guys just
Sideways so people can see.
pulse. So try and get you don't have to have super straight legs here. Looking back through, trying to push your chest towards your knees.
This is the important bit.
Yeah.
Flat.
Back, and then just pulse your feet as well from one side to the other, like you're kind of pedaling a bike, and you'll feel a little bit of stretch in the clavicle area. Nice. And then dive forwards. You can go onto your elbows here if you feel comfortable. Look up towards the ceiling, stretch out the front of your stomach. Okay, if you have the flexibility, you can push all the way up onto your hands, but it's not essential. Okay, take a couple of breaths.
Put your toes in there. Do it properly.
I'm an easy killer. Okay, now obviously Chelsea and I are not yoga experts, but
I do know that you don't do cobra with your toes.
Okay. From here, push yourself back, downward dog again. Again, go back to pulsing. You're gonna find your hamstrings and hips are gonna get super tight if you spend a lot of time sitting down, which obviously we don't want to have happen.
And maybe we should try and find a yoga teacher to come on and do a
Yeah.
workout.
I've been trying to talk to a few people to get them to come and do live streams for us, which we're working on at the moment.
Yeah, let us know if you'd like to have like a yoga.
One more person come through. Just dropping down, arching up. Okay, I really like rocking side to side, and I also find this kind of stretches in my hips a little bit more.
Ideally, you want the hips to the floor. Obviously, Tom's got a very tight lower back, but if you can get your hips to the floor, that's the best.
Nice. We're gonna do one more as well. Just jump up, go to a super low squat here. Okay, and just hang out here. I like to use my hands, just kind of pushing my knees out. Okay, get low to the ground, as Chelsea says. This isn't quite the Musameshi squat, but it's, Chelsea, you do the Musameshi squat. Mikey, if you ever watch Mikey Musameshi, we just see him sat like this.
Oh yeah, because he turns his knees.
Yeah, he turns his knees in, keeps his feet on the floor. It's great for back taking and whatnot as well, but it also kind of keeps your hips loose. Okay, but try to get a good upright posture and work from here. Okay, guys, so let's get in. Is the baby still asleep?
For now, yes.
If the baby wakes up, you're going to get an added bonus of baby-related exercises as well.
Yes.
Chelsea and I are now experts at these because Fia's been coming to the gym with us basically since she was 3 or 4 weeks old, and we now incorporate her into most workouts. Okay, guys, so 30 press-ups, 30 sit-ups, 30, what are we doing? Break fall, technical stand-up sprawls, 20 of each, 10 of each. Record your time. Are you ready?
No.
Chelsea's not ready. I'm ready.
I am ready. I'm going to start with the break falls.
Chelsea's going to start with the break falls. I'm going to do it the way that I wrote
We're
it.
limited on space.
Yeah.
So
So we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There's not going to be as much talking today because, quite frankly, this is going to be way harder. I always count.
maybe we should have some music.
Yeah, we could do music.
Will that get us kicked off YouTube?
Maybe. Good. Yeah, I think I did 30. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. When you're doing this, guys, try and keep your legs out so you're really working the abs rather than pulling everything towards you. And then 30. Let me find some music. I've got a minute already, so this is great. I've got a friend who wrote some music, some drum and bass. It's ghetto. Adam will love this. I might not have him on my thing, unfortunately. No, Wolf Mother. Here we go. They'll love it. There we go. Okay. So what was it?
You got movement. You're not up yet though. What's next?
Press ups. I'll lose the count. That's 30. Now 20s. I think I know.
I don't think that was 30.
What do you want me to do? Like 10 more?
No, you make me lose count.
It's tough, right?
Oh, she's thrashing.
You want me to do that?
No, she's not up.
Please verify my counting if you feel I'm wrong. I think I just did 10.
It's the hardest bit of this. I think I'm on top.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're 5 minutes down. We're coming up to it. Here we go. I'm gonna count on the burpee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thanks. That was definitely 20. I counted the whole way through. Good. 1, 2. Cool. Baby's fine.
Yeah, I think she went back up.
Yeah, she's doing fine. Sounds and everything. I forgot what to do. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 8. 9. Ah, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
Oh, now we got movement.
I got 658.
644.
Chest beating. You want any more?
I gotta go to the baby.
Chest gonna get the baby.
Why don't you do some stretching? I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's take this down a little bit. Okay, guys, so that was super short. I actually expected to go a little bit longer, but I think that's kind of a good thing for the moment. Like, I know a lot of people haven't been working out. We've been a little bit sedentary. So it's a good idea to gradually work things up. What we're looking for is as much compliance as possible. And by that I mean like your consistency. Every day, coming on these feet, getting your workout done, and then sticking to it religiously over and over and over again, so that we're getting that daily improvement rather than just doing like a crazy workout and exhausting ourselves. So we're going to finish up a little bit of basic kind of flexibility stuff, but we're just going to work on a few different ideas. I didn't really plan this, but I'm going to tell you where I'm feeling a little bit tight at the moment. Mostly I'm feeling it in my hamstrings and my lower back. So we're going to do a couple of different exercises. First one, we're going to do an S stretch or a pigeon stretch. So all I want you guys to make that 90-90 position. And now we're actually going to do 3 places. We're going to go over our head, over our shin, and over our foot. Not over our head, over our knee, over our shin and our foot. We're going to hold it for like 3 or 4 breaths. So just come forward, keep your chest flat, all the way down. If you want to support yourself, you can use your hands. Sometimes I use like a fist, but try and stay relatively flat. And then keep breathing. It's difficult to breathe and demonstrate and talk at the same time, believe me. And then up, come to the center. Try to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then on that exhale, try and go a little bit lower. In fact, you can breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. It's probably even better. Okay, final one, all the way over to the foot. This movement's super important for like your guard retention. If someone's trying to stack you, you need to pretty much be able to get your head to touch your toes in this kind of line. You can see that I have a real big imbalance on one side.
Look what I've got.
Oh, we've got a child. Okay, back towards the knee.
Oh, look who's here. Hi.
Hey, darling.
Do you want to say hello? Say hello. Should we do some stretching? Okay.
Okay, so once you've done a couple of times on each leg, same thing.
Gonna go over and see Daddy.
Are we gonna come over? Am I gonna have a nugget? Come crawl. Let's see everybody you're crawling. No, we're not gonna do our crawling. You can make it, come on. This is what I was talking about, guys. You can see the difference in my flexibility on this left side. It is nowhere near what it is on my right. I'm feeling this talking. My hamstrings are talking to me. That's what flexibility people always say. They're having a conversation and telling me that they're uncomfortable. So same thing. Over the knee. And over the shin. And then over the foot. So if anybody's watching and wants to pass my guard, go around to my left. It'll be a lot easier than going around to my right, just so you know that.
Imagine how hard it would be if you made grips.
I don't believe in grips in jiu-jitsu.
So Tom and I are gonna go and do some training later. We'll film it. You guys can watch us getting angry at each other.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of that. Training with your partner is hard, man, particularly when we're both quite competitive. And like, for me, I'm gonna tell you my theories on this. Like, it's difficult for me to train with Chelsea because I'm so much stronger than she is, and I weigh more than she does as well. So things that I would normally power through and like I would put a little bit more muscle into, I'm always trying not to do that. And then if I do ever do that, she gets super grumpy at me and frustrated. I might just start ignoring it because I need to get my training in as well and just crush her like a bug. I don't know, we'll see what happens.
I'm just gonna start out kicking him to the face mostly.
Honestly, she does that anyway. When she was training for Polaris, she literally side kicked me in the throat to try and get out of something I was doing. It was quite brutal, and it dropped me on the floor. So that was fun. Look at this good posture from the baby. She's joining in. So that's our first stretch.
This is what the Cobra stretch should look like. Like, if you observe, this is perfect.
Should we compare baby and parents? So yeah, you see how Nugs is head's all the way up.
Like, look at that posture. It's perfect.
Perfect posture. Let's make it a little bit more. Her head basically touches her butt. Yeah, it does. So we'll do one more stretch, guys. So bring that front leg across here. And we're going to do, I think this is called a cow stretch. Try and put your arm in front of your leg here. Lift your chest up and then start rotating and looking over your shoulder. I'm going to keep looking at you guys. We're also going to watch the baby and get that twist.
It's pretty adorable.
It is. Jiu-jitsu, we spend a lot of time twisting in weird ways, but like the rotation and the sides in jiu-jitsu, we don't really ever stretch that much. In fact, most people don't. But yeah, they're so important, you know. So, yeah.
Where you going, darling? You still have breakfast all over your face.
Yeah. Once you've held for about 5 breaths or so, switch to the other side. Same thing. Again, get that arm in front of that leg. Just lift that chest up. Start rotating out.
What's Daddy doing? What's Daddy doing? Huh?
There we go. If you guys want to do one more, this is one that I learned from my friend Rob. It's called a straddle stretch.
Oh, so dribbly.
So you put your legs out nice and wide, toes up towards the ceiling here. And you're going to reach the outside of your toes. And you're going to pull both toes in towards your shin, and you're just going to try and lean forwards over the front of your leg. This is a great stretch, partly because it's working my hips as well as my hamstrings. So I'm getting a lot of bang for my butt, but it's really forcing me to maintain this good leg structure as well. Okay, I'm actually talking to Rob at the moment to try and get him to come and do a webinar or something with our guys. Like Rob's worked with a bunch of like very high level jiu-jitsu players. He's actually just going through knee surgery. Poor guy, he tore one of his knees, and then by going up and down the stairs and recovery, he's managed to tear the other one. So he's done both knees, man, which is rough. But he's hoping to get cleared around the surgeon next week, and then hopefully he can come and have a chat to you guys about some good flexibility practices for jiu-jitsu as well. So again, you want to. So one of the best bits of advice that he ever gave me actually was not really a specific stretch. It was more that you stretch until your muscles relax, and you keep kind of pulling them into it. So you'll feel like everything will relax and it'll kind of tense off. That's how long you should be holding the stretch. It's not really for a specific amount of time. It's when you feel those muscles relax, then you're going to start working it. So you start holding it a little bit, and you just keep holding it until for like about a while after that. Okay. And again, there's another flexibility. I'm relatively simple to get to this side. If I go over to my other side over here and try and get my toes.
You're all backwards.
Yeah.
That should be your flexible
No,
side.
this is the other way around. So when I was a kid, I broke my foot. So I'll quickly show you guys. I broke my right foot, my right toe. So the only way I could walk comfortably was by this leg rotating out. So what happens is I've developed this natural droop. Like whereas this is very comfortable for me, this is comfortable on the other leg. And for me to try and force it into this position is super, super uncomfortable. Like I feel it pulling in my hip. And what that's done is rotated everything in my knee, tightened up my hamstrings, tightened up my hips, and it goes all the way through up to my neck and starts working into there. So if you ever break something, try to keep good functional movement patterns. Don't let it degrade down. The annoying thing is because it's so much more painful on this side, I don't want to stretch it as much. I'm happier to stretch the other side. Anyway, guys, you guys can continue with that. As I say, avoid sitting on the couch. Focus on sitting on the floor as much as possible, because then you'll just put yourself in like weird positions the whole time. You'll keep adjusting and moving around. Chelsea's doing an excellent splits thing going on here, and the baby's crawling. But just keep in those positions, okay? We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to have another workout. I'm going to look at it again, see what we, maybe a little bit longer as well. They're going to keep fluctuating in intensity. If you guys want to make that one longer, feel free to either do like 2 or 3 rounds of that, which would be good, or go back up the ladder. So do 30, 20, 10, and then do 10, 20, 30. So you're going back up the ladder as well. That will probably take you 3 times as long, because when you get to the last set, you're going to be really blowing. Okay, but it's entirely up to you. Just make sure you're doing something and don't blow yourself out. Remember what I said? Our goal is for consistent training rather than big like splurges of activity and then taking multiple days off. We want to stay as active as possible, doing something every single day.
You should try and keep your typical schedule. So if you were working out 3 days a week, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you should keep doing that. Try and keep going with whatever your schedule was before. Don't try and add in like tons and tons of extra work.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put,
you can build up to that.
I wanted to put in a post about this in the business group about schedules and whatnot. And
yeah, I mean, we're self-employed, so this doesn't change all that much for us in terms of schedule, except that our evenings are free.
Yeah, it's great. It's
weird. But like if you're used to going to work every day, I know this can be very very kind of disconcerting and upsetting to your schedule. So
yeah, we'll put up a quick post because it is really, really important, particularly when you come back to work, because this isn't going to go on forever. Like, you know, there's obviously people are telling all kinds of things, but it will end at some point. You can, you know,
probably
it will.
Sooner than
more
later,
likely than sooner.
People aren't going to stay inside.
Yeah. So what you need to do is use this time wisely and then get back into, like, I'm going to say the real world as quickly as possible. You know, I've spent extended periods of time either, you know, away where I can't work or can't train or I'm on different schedules. And it can be very, very jarring to then to go back into like full-time work. So we'll do a longer post about this, actually probably in a few minutes. But for now, just try to, you know, like get some sort of routine together. Doesn't matter where you are, just try and stick on the same routine. If you train in the evenings, make that your training time. If you train in the mornings, make that your morning time. You know, have set hours and try to really keep in a schedule. It will make your life so much easier. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Please support each other as much as you can. It is so important in times like this. You know, and Chelsea and I are here for any of our students or anybody who wants to chat, talk, whatever. Just hit us up, message us. We're going to keep putting out as much content as we can, as much that we, you know, hope you guys find beneficial. Should we say goodbye? Does everybody say goodbye?
Say goodbye to the people, Nugs.
Goodbye. Bye.
Tiki, 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 tiki.